Iran is back in the global spotlight tonight, and not because of diplomacy or technology, but because of economic desperation spilling onto the streets. Just yesterday, Iran made headlines for launching a satellite from Russia. Today, the story has taken a far darker turn. Protests are breaking out across parts of Iran, especially in Tehran. Shopkeepers, traders, small business owners, the very backbone of the urban economy, they are not protesting ideology, they are protesting survival. At the center of this unrest is Iran's collapsing currency, the rial. Right now, the numbers are staggering. $1 is worth nearly 1.42 million Iranian rials. That is the weakest level ever recorded. Just a year ago, the rial was far stronger. Today, it's in free fall, and with it, the lives of millions of ordinary Iranians. The impact is immediate and brutal. Savings are being wiped out. Prices are changing daily, sometimes hourly. Suppliers refuse to quote rates. Customers are cutting back on even the most basic necessities. Many shopkeepers say they've simply shut their doors because doing business has become impossible. And it's not just perception. The data tells the same story. Inflation hit 42.2% in December. Food prices surged by 72%. Healthcare and medical costs jumped 50% in just 1 year. For families already living on the edge, those numbers mean painful choices: food or medicine, rent or electricity, today or tomorrow. The pressure has now reached a boiling point. Iran's government says it is listening. President Masoud Pezeshkian has publicly acknowledged the anger. In a post on X, he promised to address what he called the legitimate demands of the people. Parliamentary leaders are also pledging action, talking about dialogue, economic reform, and boosting purchasing power. But for many Iranians, these promises sound familiar because this crisis did not begin overnight. It is the result of years of mounting pressure, crippling international sanctions, restricted access to foreign currency, constrained oil exports, falling investment, and a steady collapse of confidence in the economy. Add to that a turbulent 2025, rising tensions with the United States and Israel, regional conflicts, water shortages, power cuts, and growing social frustration. The strain has been relentless, and we've seen this before. In 2022 and 2023, nationwide protests exposed deep political and social fault lines across Iran. Those demonstrations were met with force, but the underlying pressures never disappeared. Now they are resurfacing. What we're witnessing today is not a sudden explosion. It's a slow burn finally reaching ignition. As 2025 draws to a close, Iran faces a familiar and dangerous question. How long can daily life continue under this kind of strain? And what happens if the streets decide they've had enough? For the facts, for the context, for news that cuts through the noise, this is Live, your window into what really matters. Don't miss it.